live.
Rob and I will be duetting our duet, Islands in the Stream.
Can we make requests?
Wait a minute.
If you want.
There were,
Share songs only, please.
there were only 3 people in the room who knew what that song was, by the way. Jimmy Rogers.
Oh, uh-oh.
You, me, and Monica.
These people are so young.
What movie was it that was the theme song for? Had a white case with blue outlines?
Steel Magnolias?
Oh, Islands in the
No.
Stream, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Jimmy Rogers.
Oh, no.
Jim has arrived.
Is he in his PJs?
Jealous.
Let us know if you can hear us at home, please. Thank you, Ms. Shirley Pearson.
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. Don't call me Shirley.
Surely not.
Is Jane Long in yet?
Jane Long, are you here? Jane Long, paging Jane Long. Rob Landis has requested your attendance. You know we've reached a point of we're feeling pretty good about this when we can make jokes before rehearsal starts.
And it depends on the quartet. If you feel safe making jokes with.
Virola Long is here, yes. She said I'm here.
Tell her to come get that ladder.
Rob would like to remind you there's a ladder waiting for you at pickup.
And clean up on aisle 3.
I don't know, somebody's phone buzzed.
That was me.
Also, Tom Hayes' phone went off while Caroline was being given away on Sunday.
Amazing.
Nice.
He was rather sheepish.
Was it like full ring?
Oh, yeah.
Howdy, Susan. Stella said she hopes she's not the only one in costume.
Yay, Stella!
Oh, Stella.
I put on real pants, which is a costume for me in these days. Other than voting and coming to church, it's just leggings or pajamas. So this is my costume. Functioning adult.
I'm here for it.
That's about what I told Lynn as I was leaving, because I actually put on something that looked fairly nice.
I feel very underdressed now. Thanks, guys.
You look great.
Oh, girl, it's just pants that button. That's as far as I got.
Don't think there's a single button in my entire outfit.
Amen.
Kathy Wass said, me too, Alyssa, real pants today.
Good for you.
As opposed to the imaginary pants we put on every morning.
Monica's costume is very good.
Yes, we approve.
Oh,
Monica's going to come and do a curtsy in front of the camera.
You know what the best part of 2020 is? Halloween is not a school day, and I am so happy about that. Life is good.
Also, not the most bizarre thing happening.
I just want to let you all know that Monica has a surprise for you all.
No, thank you.
Oh, yes. It's
No,
going to happen.
no, thank you. One a bit.
Alyssa, would you mind shutting the door behind you?
Oh, sure.
Susan Barnes, I haven't worn heels since March either. I feel you.
Tell us more, Ryan.
Fireside chats with Ryan.
Devin, maybe you should tell us more.
Well, I wore heels the other day and it was a bad decision.
The more you know.
Oh my gosh,
What was that?
that's a really big bug.
Yeah.
Is that a murder hornet?
It's a murder hornet. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I don't see it, and that's not reassuring.
I don't see it anymore. It's,
It's like we're Vocha Saint with the bird.
Did you see that they
In the
found that
center.
murder hornet nest and they sucked it out of the tree? They
I did see
vacuumed it
that.
out.
It was wild to see that.
His outfit that he had to wear was pretty intense. He looked like a moon man.
no. I will run away if that comes near us. Ann Yeoman, who are our staff singers this evening?
Introduce yourselves, my friends.
Devin!
Well, our tenor is working his way towards his microphone.
Sauntering.
Alyssa.
Ja- James and
James.
Casey.
This is like a bad Mickey Mouse Club.
None of us got the gig.
Right? We're like the third alternate.
Darling.
Darlene.
We have 55 devices viewing right now.
Let's wait another couple of minutes. While everybody's waiting, we're going to really concentrate on Christmas Welcome tonight, and we're going to do, where parts divide, we'll do second soprano, we'll do baritone, a lot, because I've gotten a lot of texts. Love you all so much, and I want you to feel safe and secure from all alarms.
We have an announcement, and by we, I mean me.
Yes.
In efforts to avoid any undue stress or any death threats to Sid or myself, we are going to extend the deadline due date for your submissions by 1 week. By 1 week.
And what does that mean? Well, next, because if you do it, accept them through next Wednesday night at midnight, that means we have one more rehearsal on this.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So you'll have tonight and next week.
Correct.
Nice.
I will take them, if you all need the day after rehearsal, i.e. next Thursday evening to record, since you'll be doing Zoom on Wednesday night, I think that's completely okay. I'll have enough to keep me busy until I get around to extra audio.
Cool. All righty, let's begin, and we're going to start with Christmas Welcome. And why don't we slow it down and not do it up to tempo from the get-go? And to start off with, Devin, if you would sing first soprano,
Okay.
and Casey, if you would sing bass.
Okay.
And then we'll go back and do that again with Devin singing second soprano and Casey singing baritone. And then we're going to take it apart. And we're going to go slow. So let's say about 1, 2, 3, and. And up.
Welcome, King of Heaven, King. Welcome, born in one morning. Welcome to thee now we sing. Welcome, you forever and day. Welcome, you. Welcome, you. Welcome, you. Welcome, you. Welcome, you. In glory, in worship of the holy day. In worship of the holy day.
keep going, Rob. Sorry.
Welcome be the good new year.
Welcome little day of fair.
Welcome be all that been here. Welcome you forever and day. Welcome you in good old day. In worship of the holy day. Welcome you in good old day. Welcome you in good old day. Worship God and worship day. For all is love, now make His merry.
Welcome you.
Forever and day. For all is love, now make His merry.
Good. I know I've noticed this before, but it's just sticking out to me tonight. How many times we sing in octaves, and we have to really think about. Y'all are doing fine, but we have to think about tuning those octaves and making sure they're good and solid. And at the top of 14, tenors and sopranos are singing the same melody. Tenors, let's give a little more. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking to this quartet, but let's make sure that, you know me, I like more from the bottom of the octave than the top. So tenors will need to give a good bit, and if we're not careful, all we'll hear is sopranos. So be careful about that. Before we do this now with second soprano and baritone, are there any first sopranos and or basses who have note questions, specific note questions? And I'll give you just a chance to type them in, because I know you're not speaking them.
While people are typing, just to clarify, we are extending all 3 anthems, all 3 by a week, all 3.
All 3.
But there was one that's due tonight.
Oh, okay. Okay. Any questions from first sopranos or basses?
I have a suggestion for the basses if there
Sure,
are anything.
absolutely.
On page 5, we have that weird 15/8 measure, and the bass and baritone have that thou that sticks out. It really helps me to re-articulate the thou, like thou, instead of going thou. It's really hard to keep track of the beat, so I'm thinking, welcome for the fiend thou, a shield. It keeps you lined up.
That's a great point. So basses, if you would, if it were me, if I were a bass and Casey had made that suggestion, or a baritone, I would put an accent mark over the second note of thou.
Yeah. Even more so for the baritone, because you sing the same note tied.
Yes.
And you will really get lost if you don't do that.
Excellent point. Any online questions? Yes. Jeff Hoover. I don't have you in my ears.
You don't have me in your ears?
Now I do.
Jeff Hoover asked for the baritone at measure 33.
Okay, we're going to get to baritone in just a minute. That time was basses and first sopranos.
Then we got nothing.
Anything else from the quartet? Then let's go back to the beginning, that tempo, which I almost forgot, and let's do second soprano and baritone, along with tenor and alto. Here we go. From the top, 2, 3, and.
Welcome be the heaven King, welcome born in one morning, welcome to thee now we sing, welcome you forever and day, welcome you, welcome you, welcome you, welcome you, in worship of the holy day, in worship of the holy day.
Welcome be the merry man,
child. Welcome through the field, our shield. Welcome you forever and day. Welcome you, welcome you, welcome you. Welcome you in good array. Welcome you in good array. In worship of the holy day. In worship of the holy day.
Welcome ye, Stephen and John. Welcome children, everyone. Welcome to this bond to everyone. Welcome you forever and day. Welcome you, welcome you,
Welcome you. In worship of the holy day.
in worship of the holy day.
Good. Let's jump down to 51. Here's one of those octave places. 2, 3, and.
Welcome ye the good new year.
Welcome, Lord, to day of fair.
Welcome ye all that been here. Welcome you forever and day. Welcome you in good array. In worship of the holy day. Welcome you in good array. Welcome you in good array. In worship of the holy day. For your is love now make us merry. Welcome you forever and day. For your is love now make us merry.
Before we have any typed in questions, let me just say, let's look at the bottom of, look at the bottom of 8 for baritones and tenors, and let's hear that just with the two of you.
Okay.
Measure 33, yeah. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and.
Welcome,
Keep going to this note.
welcome you.
Good. Good.
Jane Adams, Jane Adams asked for measure 67 for the sopranos.
For second sopranos?
She didn't specify, but I would imagine so.
Yes, second sopranos measure 67.
67?
Any sopranos, yes. Yeah, what you just played. You want to sing that for us, Devin?
Sure.
2, 3, and.
Your is love now make us merry.
Once more. 2, 3, and.
Your is love now make us merry.
Is that it? Okay, going back to where we were on page 8. Let's hear second soprano and then alto joins. So starting in measure 33. Here we go. 2, 3, and.
Welcome ye, Stephen and John.
Welcome, children, everyone.
Welcome, Thomas, on to everyone.
Welcome you forever and day.
Good. Sorry, I should have let you go on. Can you do the last measure top of 9 and keep going? That was my fault. 2, 3, and.
Welcome you forever and day. Welcome you. Welcome you. Welcome you.
Yeah, and I would say Y'all kind of just did it. I would do, for friends at home and all of us, I would do straight tone on those two measures. Yeah. Yeah, maybe the whole bottom of page 9, straight tone. I think that's helpful. Yes?
We have one, I think we talked about this last week, but clarification, the word, this is bottom of 11, last measure, E-F-E-R-E. How would you
Rhymes
like-
with here.
Exactly, okay.
Let's look at bottom of 10 for alto and second soprano. In worship of the holy day, just those two and a half bars. Here we go. And 1, 2.
In worship of the holy day.
Good. Question?
Yeah, Elizabeth Kaufman asked if you could clarify what you mean by straight tone. She doesn't know what you mean.
No vibrato. Devin, can you demonstrate?
Sure.
In worship of the holy day.
With vibrato.
In worship of the holy day.
And the second one is what we want. That's exactly right. Any other questions? Are there specific second soprano or baritone parts that are a problem? Nobody? Okay, well, given that we are extending We Plow the Fields a week, we should look at that too then. Let's start with baritone in measure 26 of We Plow the Fields.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Measure 26, just a tad slower, about 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts are us, are sent from heaven above.
We did the same thing.
Let's start again at measure 26.
Okay.
Just baritones. 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above.
And 1.
Then thank the Lord for all His love.
Yeah. That was right.
Yeah.
Can you go back to our sent from heaven above? Start right there. Here we go. And here's the B. That's not what I had in my head. Here we go. And 1.
Are sent from heaven above. Then thank the Lord for all His love.
Yeah, and baritones, I would. What's the B again, Rob? Are sent from heaven above. At the end of that staff, I would put an arrow down so I would know where I'm headed. Let's take.
Hey Sid, while we're on that of it, so when it does that again in the different key later, like what we just did, it's very hard to find the baritone part, like at measure 82, 3, 4. I don't know if you want to do that as well, but like I had to really practice
Sure.
that myself when I recorded it. Because
Measure.
you go from G flat to C, like from 83 to 84. That's really hard to find. Second to last stanza, second page.
Right, but you want to start at our cent from.
Yeah, that's,
Rob, would you play the baritone?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, something just happened. I think I pushed a button. Am I dead?
I hear you less, for sure.
Turn the keyboard off and turn it back on.
Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves.
Sometimes I hit the metronome button on my keyboard at school,
Oh, yeah.
and it's special.
I've hit the drum kit during a show.
Oh, no. I was leaning up and I pushed something with my
Yeah,
palm.
should be back.
Hold on. Is piano room supposed to be on?
No, but you should. I think you'll be okay. Just turn it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. Here's the baritone part in measure 80.
Heaven above,
Yeah. One more time. And 1.
are sent from heaven above.
And then to go on and 1.
Then thank the Lord. And then it's easy. Thank the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord.
Right.
All is
That's
love.
that would be a voicing problem if you were in music school.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so now let's go back and take second soprano from measure 26. No, let's go to 23. With soft, refreshing rain, second soprano.
Okay.
Here we go. Use your A. 1 and 2 and
Soft, refreshing
2, 3 and
God gives us, sent from heaven above, sent from heaven.
Good. Let's do that much again. Let's do that much again, starting at soft, refreshing rain, second sopranos. 1 and 2 and
Soft, refreshing rain.
and
God gives around us, sent from heaven above, sent from heaven.
good. With just the second soprano part and what you were playing, it sounded like Bernstein. It was like something from the Mass. Yeah, that's exactly.
Jubing, jubing, jubong.
It does. Now, can we start at, oh, I just fucked my glasses up big time. Can we start at measure 26 and hear alto?
Which alto?
Second. So say you, you're the only one here. 26, 1 and 2 and
All good gifts around
and 2
us,
and
sent from heaven above, sent from heaven.
good. I'm glad to know that political calls don't not come during rehearsal. Was that you?
By accident, I'm so sorry.
Tonight is like tech hell. What y'all don't know at home is that Monica discovered at 10 minutes after 6 that they were going to take the whole system down at the church tonight at 7 o'clock. So she saved us. We wouldn't even be here if it weren't for Monica. So
Got to do something.
I feel like someone's
Should I turn
smiting
this
us.
down? Well, Well, should I turn my volume down? I'm so sorry I didn't.
Do that one more time, Rob. I think we should be okay now. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's jump. Oh, well, let's go back and do first alto right there. Measure 26. First alto, measure 26. 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us, sent from heaven above.
Yeah, that was right. Play Are Sent from Heaven Above for us, Ron.
Sent from heaven.
Good. Now, would you sing Are Sent from Heaven Above for us one more time? 1 and 2 and 1.
Sent from heaven above. Sent from heaven.
Good. Now, let me just put a little bookmark here. First altos at home, any people at home, you can go back and listen to these rehearsals and hear those parts done splendidly just like that was. If you have a problem, that little rehearsal moment's not gone. It's yours at 2 o'clock in the morning in your pajamas. So access that. All right, can I hear baritone, Then Thank the Lord, and first alto join, then thank the Lord. Measure 34. Baritones and first altos. 2 and 3 and 1.
Then thank the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord for all his love.
I did not count.
Here we go. Then thank the Lord one more time. 1 and 2 and 1.
Then thank the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord for all his love.
1 and 2. That's right. That's right. Okay, quick. Let's jump over to the seed time and the harvest, second soprano. It sounds like this.
Give me a measure.
Measure 60, pick up to 63.
And you want?
Second soprano.
Oh, sorry.
That was right. Devin, would you sing that for us, please? Just a little slower. 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Yeah, you stay on the B flat for the, right?
I don't think so. Don't we go down there?
Oh, you do go down, sorry. Here we go. This seed time and the harvest. 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Good. Can we hear alto there?
Is it?
Yeah,
it
and
flat?
sing. No, it's
Oh, it is. Never mind.
that's sub alto
You're right.
divisi there. So right now we'll do first alto. This seed time. 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Good. One more time. 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Good. Let's hear that with second soprano. 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Nice. Nicely done. All right. Now let's hear second tenor, the seed time in the harvest. Rob, would you play it for us? Da, da, da. James, would you sing that for us? 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Good job. Now let's hear baritone there. Can you play it for me one more time? 1 and 2. Would you sing it for us, Casey? 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Good. Now can we hear second tenor and baritone together? 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Excellent. Nicely done. Let's do it second soprano, first alto, same, guys. 1 and 2.
The seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our food.
Nice. Very nice. Are there any questions in here so far that people want to ask? Okay. I'm going to start on what I think is the next hardest part, which is, I know some people at home are going to object, but I'm going to skip over, but that which thou desirest, our humble, thankful hearts, and start on the all good gifts. Can we start with first alto, all good gifts? And 1. Are sent from. That's right. Yeah, it's weird both times.
Same.
Let's hear that first alto. 1 and
From where?
all good gifts. 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us, are sent from heaven above.
Can you do just are sent from heaven above? And 1.
Are sent from heaven above.
One more time. Are sent from. And 1.
Are sent from heaven above.
Good. Let's do second soprano, all good gifts. This is the middle of page this. Here we go. Second soprano. Do you want to hear it first?
No.
1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us, are sent from heaven above.
Excellent. Can we hear first alto, second soprano, all good gifts? 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us, are sent from heaven above.
Good. Now let's do baritone, all good gifts around us. Here's what it sounds like. That's right. That's right. That was right. One more time, Rob, if you would. One. And would you sing it for us, Casey? All good gifts. 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above.
Good. Can we hear second tenor that far? All good gifts. Would you sing that for us, James? 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above.
Good. Let's put baritone and second tenor there together. Be thinking about your questions, friends at home. 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above.
Everybody, second soprano, first alto, second tenor, baritone. 1 and 2 and.
All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above.
Good. Are there any questions that are floating in? None? Okay. Let's keep those voice parts and we only have about 5 minutes left. Let's keep going at starting, then thank the Lord, and we're just going to sing it. We're not going to take it apart. So it's second tenor baritone, first alto, second soprano. Then thank the Lord. 1 and 2 and 1.
And thank the Lord.
Thank the
Lord. Then thank the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord for His love.
Let's hear first alto and starting at measure 87. For all his love. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Here, would you sing that for us, Alyssa?
Sure.
3 and 1.
Then thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
Do that just that much again. And 1.
Then thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
Good. Can you, I'm really not as much worried about the last two measures as those ones before. Can we hear second soprano measure 87? Should we sing it? 1 and 2 and 1.
Thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
Good. Can we put that together, the first alto? And 1.
And thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
One more time, then thank the Lord. And 1.
Then thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
Good. Can I hear second tenor there at 87? Ready? And 1.
Then thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
Good. Sounds so easy by itself, doesn't it? Now baritone. Here we go.
Okay.
And 1.
Then thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
I got the fun note. All those people at 87, and we're going to be done. And 1.
Then thank the Lord, oh, thank the Lord.
Great chord. No questions from home. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Quartet. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Sid.
We'll see you on the Zoom in just a second.
See you on Zoom. Grace will start that up, and we'll be Zooming.